Why Flores de Villa? Why Peru? That's a good question. I think when Gina and I first started working with the poor people in Peru, we first started working with street children because there are thousands and thousands of street children in Lima. And they go to the streets not because they don't have a home, but because they were born into abject poverty. With these street kids, then they leave their homes to go to the street to try to search for a better life, and they find something worse. I mean, they're abused in every way possibly, physically, emotionally, mentally, in every way. We start praying about that.
That's when I said, we can come, I can give them Jesus, but we can't give them more things. And he's the one that's going to make the difference. He's the one that's going to allow them to pull together and become cohesive and work as a team. And that's what happened.
We talked to the leaders and we said, listen, we're willing to come, but from our perspective, this had nothing to do with outreach. It had nothing to do with charity, but it was a partnership, and we told them that. We said, we're not coming because we have all the answers. We have things we can offer, definitely, but we want this to be a partnership. We want to walk with you in this. We know that you can offer too, and if you're willing to give what you have, then we're willing to give what we have, and we started to do that together.
I think that for us, when we study the Bible, that's what we believe. It calls us to walk together. It calls us to walk alongside someone. And so that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to discover God together.
I think because we did that from the very beginning, we're at the point where we're at now, some 11, 12, 13 years later, when they've taken over the daily operation of the ministry and the work that we're doing, and we're working as counselors and coaches and disciplers now. But yeah, and I think that was important. I think sometimes this whole mission thing, it's hard to turn it over because the missionaries, we have so much invested in it that we can't pull out.
The one thing that Peruvian Partners, what Dave and Gina have tried to do here is not so much creating churches, but to create a Christian movement to develop and support and encourage followers of Jesus. It's more about how does Jesus see them, and how do I want to live in response to that? And at the center of that is a faith and a belief, and as others have said, a joy that comes from knowing that they belong to something greater than them. They belong to God. So that just inspires me as a professional Christian, as a minister, to see that authentic conversion, to see that authentic walk.
When we started working with these kids, we had this strong sense that the only difference between these kids and me when I was a teenager is that I was born in the United States with every opportunity in the world, just like you, and every opportunity to become all that God wanted me to be, and they were born in Peru with no opportunities. And so we've come into this community and we've said we're going to give them an opportunity. And we address their spiritual needs, and we address their mental development and their need for employment.
Amazing to see all the great work that God is doing and changing so many lives, and just being able to be a part of it has been a great experience. And down here it's just dollar for dollar, the best return I've ever seen on a giving dollar. And it's just really amazing to see all the wonderful people and the changes that God is making in their lives. I don't think I'll ever be the same.
This was my family's first mission trip, and this was my first mission trip. I was never really mission-minded, so I came down with really no expectations. I never imagined that I would love these kids the way I love them. I've never been one to reach out to children I didn't know, but these kids are so loving and so kind and caring, and they love to learn about Jesus. A phenomenal experience.
Well, the return on the investment is eternal, and it's very deep and emotional and fulfilling and satisfying. So the return isn't money for money or event for event. There's an ongoing investment here. We feel like we are able to serve the Lord in a very real way. Doing what He would do, being His hands and feet.
I am so happy that how Jesus changed my life. My family is more better, is more together.
I'm happy because this community is with God every day.
Like when I see people that have really grabbed onto Jesus and that are moving forward with Him in incredible circumstances, it bolsters my faith. And I've seen that so many times that I think, how could I not believe? How could I doubt? Because I've seen the reality in their lives.
One family, we're working together in this to share the good news of Jesus Christ and develop followers of Jesus Christ here in Peru and back in the United States, and so we're just very appreciative for your partnership.
Thank you for visiting. Thank you, American friends. Thank you. Hi.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.